Tune in to Tribe Urban Radio.
It's time to introduce the special guest, the fiesta, the bonanza for 2 o'clock. I promised you Lebanese rapper Professor Z in the studio, and I'm so buzzing to have him, not only because he's done so much and there's so much to talk about, but this is also his first radio interview. Professor Z, welcome to AAAZT.
Yo, what's up? I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, Deana, for having us.
Thank you so much for coming. Honestly, I'm glad this happened.
Same. Like, I'm honored to have my first radio show with you as well.
Oh, that means you're going to remember me forever.
Literally.
I love that. Tell us a bit about you, who you are, and I don't even know where I'm going to start with you, to be honest.
Well, neither do I, to be honest. But I think, to start, my name is Ziad. People know me as Professor Z. That's my artist name. There's a couple other aliases, but we get into them later on. So I was born here in the UK, but luckily just got the passport and dipped. And yeah, I was raised in Lebanon basically, but I got a bit of origin from everywhere. My mom's Liberian Lebanese, my dad's Venezuelan Lebanese. So yeah, we're all diasporic cultures, and we meet up again here in the West,
I've never heard of those combinations before.
Yeah.
Liberian Lebanese.
And my dad's Venezuelan Lebanese, yeah.
That is mad.
They were all born and raised outside of Lebanon, but culturally wise, they're Lebanese. We have land in Lebanon. We grew up there. That's practically most Lebanese people these days. We're just like kid, half something, half Lebanese.
Yeah. So you're a real third culture kid.
Well, third culture, but I'm still first culture because luckily I got to grow up in Lebanon.
Yeah, but you've been mixed and you've got loads of different influences going on from where you've grown up and stuff, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I love that. And talk to me about your music. When did you realize I want to be a rapper?
Oh, so I was into that music for so long. I always thought, I saw myself in a way being on stage rapping, but I always saw myself the producer, the DJ beforehand. And only recently, 4 years ago, I had started my studio here in London. I recently moved to London. I was still naive, but my studio got robbed, and I had no equipment or music instruments to play. So
as in robbed completely. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. It was a setup by someone I was working with, but that happens. You learn from it. You grow from it, and especially coming from Lebanon and I hate the word third world country, but we come from a civilized culture place, I mean? But when we come here, it's also because we're cultured and it's like communities, you're a bit more naive. There's more of that community sense. But in London, it's a bit of a lone wolf world,
Yeah.
So everyone's out to get each other. But you grow from it, you learn who to trust, the industry, how it goes. But I'm glad it happened to me at an earlier stage than later on where there was a lot more, on the line to lose.
Yeah, and you know what, obviously what happened is horrible, and I hate that phrase sometimes. It's what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, because sometimes
Definitely.
It is really tough.
That's
but
what it is.
One thing you said is obviously it is quite a lone wolf, dog eat dog world in London. I used to think that, and you'll be surprised how many brilliant people there are in this industry. Obviously, crazy things happen, but
Definitely.
And tell me more about you as a musician. Then do you write your own raps? What's going on? Talk to me a bit more about you.
Well, I discovered rap when I was a kid. I was listening to a lot of Western rappers, Akon, a lot of R&B. My first CD on a Walkman was Usher.
Really?
And I was listening to Chris Brown as well. That type of era. I got into DJing, so I was DJing a lot of kids' birthday parties at the time. I wasn't allowed to DJ in pubs.
Yeah.
So I was doing kids' birthday parties and just printing my mixes on CDs.
Nice.
At the time, I was known as, I had a couple DJ names. I'm not gonna.
I
got bullied for some of them.
I want to hear the one.
One of them was DJ ZUZU.
DJ ZUZU.
Yeah, that's when I was selling these CDs. I was 9. And I used to go to the pubs that down the road from my house.
You were 9?
I was 9, between 9 to 11, 9, 10, 11. I was doing that for 2 years.
Okay.
And literally these pubs would have DJs that would come on weekends. But I'll go to the owner of the pub. I'll be like, listen, I got these mixes. You buy it once, 3 mixes of whatever genre you want, and you don't need to hire a DJ anymore. You just play my CDs every night.
So you were a real hustler from the beginning.
Literally, I put the DJs out of business,
I love that. And don't be embarrassed of DJ ZUZU, because if you were between 9 and 11 and had DJ ZUZU, I think that's actually more adorable than embarrassing.
Well, it was until one guy was like, "Inta DJ ZUZU, wallah bitauzu." I was like, no, I gotta change my name then.
That is amazing. Amazing. We're going to talk so much more about your career and loads of different things, especially I want to learn some Lebanese slang from you. But before that, I want to play Pray for Lebanon. Tell me a bit more about this track, who's on it and how it came about.
So Pray for Lebanon, I was with my friend, my brother Ramzi. Well, he's one of the good people that you meet in Lone Wolf World, you know. Him and my friend Jimmy as well, he's on the label with us. We were in the studio and this happened right after the Beirut port explosion. And we were with a couple of friends with Tala, her name's Kishan, and Jade. And we were just jamming, Jade was on the guitar, and we started writing, and basically Kishan came up with the hook, Pray for Lebanon. I had like a little verse there, and Ramzi wanted to talk about Grenfell because he had like a similar experience. Well, both of them are tragedies. We don't want to measure or compare, but the whole point of it was like, there was like kind of some conspiracy, like, you know, with the whole point with like the whole way the fire brigade handled it. And same thing with Lebanon. There's a lot of hidden stuff with the port explosion. A lot of people died and no one has answers, and you know, and no one even came to help. So that's like the ground points that we're talking about. Like, where's your humanity? You know, like it's not about wealth all the time and just profiting off of tragedies, you know.
I love that. How long did it take to write this and produce it?
It was one night.
Wow.
Overnight, yeah.
Amazing. I'm going to play that now.
Tribe Urban Radio. Tribe Urban Radio.
You just heard Pray for Lebanon, Professor Z, Rumzi, and Tala. Did I say his name right?
Tala.
Yes! And I am joined by Professor Z in the studio, and I already said he's going to give some surprises, but I've got an additional surprise because he's brought along M3ZUS, also known as M3ZUS, to the studio. M3ZUS, welcome to AAAZT.
Thank you for having me.
Lovely surprise. I didn't know I was going to have so much company today.
Well, we like to keep our cards close, you know.
I love that. It was a beautiful surprise. And we're going to talk more about the track that you guys did together called Bella Jadid. But before that, let's talk about Thank Dank Studios.
All right.
You mentioned it briefly. Tell me more about it.
So Thank Dank Studios came about. It's a cannabis themed label. And we basically, a couple years ago, I was with my friends and literally we came up with a name. We needed the rebranding for the label. And so we were managing a couple independent artists. We're fully independent right now. And right now we got Jimmy on the label who's just dropped his album, El Corazón del Sueño. He's a Spanish flamenco rapper artist.
Ooh.
Sick guy. You have to check him out as well.
Yeah.
And Ramzi's also fully independent. And he's got a lot of 6 tracks coming out. Fire came out yesterday. Therefore, shout out Ramzi, check out his tracks. Money, Fire, all of them, they're just amazing.
They need to land in my inbox.
Yeah, and we also got a lot of tracks together coming out very soon. We've worked with a lot of people in the past. We're just keeping the circle fresh, you know. And at the same time, like we kind of want people to become independent. So when we sign an artist, we're not expecting the artist to be with us eternally, you know. We want that artist to sprout and become their own independent artist as well. So we're not like trying to profit or anything. We're just more like a developing label. So
I love that.
Anyone that wants to learn how to become a professional artist while also like not having to pay for uni, doing all of that, we do it together as a team, you know.
I have quite a few artists that tune into the show, so if anyone's listening and want to get in touch, how can they find you?
So we got our Instagram, Thank Dank Studios, or TDM underscore studios, and you can literally DM us. We take studio bookings and we do mixing and mastering. We do podcasts. We got a lot of services that are there. So Thank Dank Studios is also like a commercial facility for people to come and use, and Thank Dank Records is the label entity of it.
Amazing. And now let's talk about you and M3ZUS, aka M3ZUS. He keeps looking at me and be like, call me M3ZUS. How are you guys connected?
So we're cousins from Lebanon, and like I was bullied in school in Lebanon. I didn't have anyone there for me except M3ZUS. M3ZUS was the year above me, you know.
Oh.
M3ZUS always been there.
Why were you getting bullied? Why is everyone bullying you?
You know, just being different, being a musician, being yourself. I know, like.
And M3ZUS saved you.
M3ZUS was the guy. M3ZUS was my only family.
You know what's the best thing about this guy? His integrity and his sweetness. He's a great guy at the end of the day, you know, and it's beautiful to see you doing your first radio show today, and thank you for having us again. And I'm just excited for all the listeners that are listening to us right now to hear what's to come. And yeah, we wrote the next song together, so that was a beautiful experience. You know, after August 4th explosion, I moved here to London, and it was nice to reconnect with family, you know, because that's what it's about. Back to the lone wolf thing that you were saying, you know, here kind of feels like people are individualistic, where we come from, it's a collective, and that's what it's about. That's what it was about when we wrote the song together.
Yeah.
And
it was also like sharing the struggle and the pain. Like I wasn't in Lebanon when the explosion happened.
You were there?
I wasn't. I was here.
Oh,
I had family that was there, so I was like half here, half there, if you like, you know. So I was trying to check on them. We all lived it in a certain way, you know. But at the same time, the whole Unforgotten Land EP, the idea of it was just to like create awareness about it, and like it's not about remembering it because we done it in this way. So Pray for Lebanon, the track that just played, was in English. That's kind of the track for the world from the EP. And then Balad Jadid was fully in Arabic because we were focusing more to talk to the Lebanese people, but more we're not reminding them of what happened, but we're kind of telling them it's a call for action, you know, and they already know what happened, you know. We don't need to tell them what happened, basically.
Yeah.
It's just get up, we gotta stand up and fight, that's it.
yeah, and the name Balad Jadid means new country. So the whole song, for those that it's in Arabic, as Ziad said, and for those that would like to understand some more, it's about, you know, how we feel as to we feel that we had to leave after such a tragic situation, and we were forced out. And in the end of the song, the message is let's reunite and rebuild a new country. Yeah. And this is what we're trying to say.
I love that. Would you like to introduce your track, guys?
Yeah, so this is Balad Jadid.
شو عملتوا فينا؟ هزيت الأرض تحت أراضينا. شو عملتوا فينا؟ قتلتونا عجلتونا تحت أراضينا. شو عملتوا فينا؟ هزيت الأرض تحت أراضينا. شو عملتوا فينا؟ قتلتونا عجلتونا تحت أراضينا.
يو مظاهرات ما معيش فراطة، بيك رصاصة مطاطة، والغرب كله متعاطى، ما حدا همه مين اللي شاطة. حرامي بنقله منيح والمنيح بنقله حرامي، عيشنا عيشة صرامة، وينية كل الكرامة، عايشين عيشة صرامة، وينية كل الكرامة، عايشين عيشة صرامة، وينية
شو عملتوا فينا؟ هزيت الأرض تحت أراضينا. شو عملتوا فينا؟ قتلتونا عجلتونا تحت أراضينا. شو عملتوا فينا؟ هزيت الأرض تحت أراضينا. شو عملتوا فينا؟ قتلتونا عجلتونا تحت أراضينا. شو عملك زعيمك؟ من شو مستفيد؟ شوف وين وصلنا. قتلتونا عجلتونا تحت أراضينا. شو عملك زعيمك؟ من شو مستفيد؟
Into AAAZT, all Arabic, all the time, with me, Deana Hassaein, and I'm joined by Professor Z and surprise guest, M3ZUS, aka M3ZUS. You happy with that intro?
I fucking love it.
So sorry about that. It's
I'm
all
sorry.
good. Don't worry, I'll forgive you. He has been giving me the eyes and be like, introduce me as M3ZUS, aka M3ZUS, and I keep saying M3ZUS, don't I? But it's all good. It's all good. One thing I do want to learn from both of you, though, is some Lebanese slang. My language skills are not great, but my goal is to, get really good at all the different dialects.
It's about to get vulgar.
Okay.
The Lebanese slang is probably one of the most vulgar slangs out there.
Oh, okay, well, let's do the clean
The
version.
clean, wait, what? We're gonna do. They're all. Well,
Let's do the clean version.
they're all clean,
love
They're clean
that.
words, but it's just the way you say it, the expressiveness of it is just very vulgar,
I love that. We have a word for that in the Egyptian dialect. It's bi'a. It's
Bi'a.
like when you're a bit too street with
Well,
it.
we call it wazzi or nouri.
Was it?
Wazzi is like I don't know, like too street, too hood,
Oh, I love that. I think that's our equivalent of bi'a for sure.
Yeah.
So before we do that, can you please explain to me what is shu? When they're like shu, is there like 7 different uses for shu?
ماذا
It's like shoes, like what,
شو
but
يعني؟
it could be like, I don't know, just like the word what. It
Yeah,
could be
'cause
used
that's
in
what I
so many
mean.
different ways, but same thing with most of our slang, like our slang is so intricate. It could be used in so many different contexts, like
Different ways.
Different ways,
When I
yeah.
watch shows though, I feel like shu has 25 different meanings and I can't keep up. But is it just like what? Like what's going on? Shu.
shoe. Or
that
like a shoe, or you can ask someone like, "What's up?"
And it's like I would say shu.
Shu, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Right, I'm ready to learn. Teach me something.
All right, so you got insa.
Insa.
Is like forget about it, but it could also be used like as just say no, just to say no. Insa.
Oh my god, Egyptians do that as well.
Yeah.
Like if someone says something outrageous like insa, it's not gonna happen.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
it?
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
love that. Love that.
So
What
that's
else?
something in common.
What
Okay,
else?
what was it? Zahid. Zahid's like slide basically, but it's like telling someone slide away from here, like
Ooh.
Zahid min hon.
I like that
Yeah.
one. Is it used
Thick.
thick?
Thick.
What
It's
does that
like,
mean?
when you
Unscrew something.
Yeah, you
It's a-
unscrew something, but
But it's
thick.
also telling someone to.
thick عني.
Ah.
Yeah.
We have something similar as well. We say fokak. It's
Fokak.
like it's also kind of like unscrew something like forget it, like get out of my way. Fokak, get out of the way. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Teach you something else.
قرب.
Arab. I know what that means.
that's
Come
not
closer.
slang, though.
Not slang. It's not slang.
I'm trying to think, there's a lot, but
So if I was in the streets of Lebanon and I want people to think I'm from Lebanon, what would I say? What would my phrase be?
wait, my cousin, one of my other cousins got some really good ones. I'm just trying to remember what because he's from the village. He always comes out with the most, like, the craziest sayings,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what he usually says. It's like something like, Insa al-bansa. Insa al-bansa is also like Insa, but without the pliers, He just adds, I don't know.
love that.
Our slang is like you add just words that rhyme, and it just, boom, it works,
I'm so happy you said that because don't Arabs rhyme with make everything rhyme?
They make everything rhyme.
Everything. What were you gonna say, M3ZUS?
I was gonna say that there's a lot of words from like Turkish, French, and even English, some German like autostrad. I don't know if you say autostrad.
We do say autostrad.
It's weird. It's German, and like there's a lot of words that are influenced from history, and it's just interesting. And
I love that.
I guess we're blanking now when you ask us. For some reason, he
No.
keeps remembering the vulgar ones.
That's enough. Do you know what? Now I know what to do. If I'm in Lebanon and I want people to think I'm from there, I'm just going to be like Insa Finza,
Insa al-bansa.
Enza Bansa, and what was the other one that I liked? What was it?
Listen, if you want to go to
Big-
Lebanon and you want everyone to think you're Lebanon, just
Yeah.
call you're Lebanese. Just call people Habibi, and that's
Habibi,
it.
yeah,
That's
that's
all you
Isn't that
gotta
in
do.
every Arab country? Yeah. Let's talk more about your music now. So, and who your influences are. When I asked you about this, you said El Farai is a huge influence for
Well,
you.
definitely. Recently, I discovered the Farai about a year ago.
Yeah.
It was in Finch Cafe, this Palestinian-owned cafe in London Fields,
Yeah.
And we used to work there. We used to do like events as well there, like our own performances. But El Farai, funny enough, reconnected me with my real influence, like when I was coming up, my rap influence. And it goes back to Lebanon. There's the first rap group, Fariq al-Atrash. So it's Chino, Ad Abbas, Faiz Zahiri. There was a couple others, but these are the guys that were always about. And I knew Faiz, their beatboxer, because he was a relative of ours, a small country, everyone knows each other.
Yeah.
And I did a track with Ad Abbas for a school project with Faiz. And I haven't heard it for 13 years. And when I got with El Farai recently, we were jamming, doing music, and just he was like, let's send a picture to Ed Abbas. I was like, cool, yeah. We sent a picture to him. We reconnected, started talking, and I managed to send him a couple of my beats. And one of my beats is going on his next album. The trilogy, the third part of his album.
No way. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's amazing. How does that feel?
It's like a cycle completed, and I don't know. I feel like I found my roots again.
Yeah.
Ferrari was therefore a re-inspiration because it helped me find my roots, and I was going more into Western. Like living in London for 4 years, I got a lot into drill music. I was just running studio sessions for British local artists, so it's just always drill, trap, and I rediscovered recently after COVID, I moved to East London 3 years ago, and I was trying to discover that side of Hackney, and I found out jazz was a big inspiration, and it's that is a community there. I would say Hackney has a community of musicians and creatives, and it's been such a supportive place to live and just flourish as an artist,
I love that. Congratulations. That's huge, honestly. I can't wait to hear that. And also, we're going to hear some more music from you. But just in case anyone's listening and hasn't heard of El Farai, this is a track from him.
Yes.
Hold up. Tune into the culture. Tune in to Tribe Urban Radio.
You just heard Nadine Ruby, Egyptian Silver on AAAZT, All Arabic All the Time with me, Deana Hassaein. I am still joined by Professor Z and M3ZUS, aka M3ZUS. Let's talk about the upcoming projects because I know you got some stuff cooking, right?
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's hot. So we got a lot of collabs coming out. Professor Z's got a lot of collabs. French. You might hear some Professor Z in French.
I love French. French music
French
is unreal.
rap, yeah. A lot of English. I know I've been lacking with the English, but it's coming. A lot of fully English songs for the English listeners. I actually got one with M3ZUS, Mazen. This one's gonna be like a love song, Remedy.
Nice.
I don't know if I should even say the name, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun song. It's coming out this summer. The album's still in work. We're just mixing and mastering. It's been recorded. We're just it's on the way, and the dates are going to be announced very soon.
How soon?
Well, we always say soon,
Are we going to have a summer banger, basically?
We're going to have a lot of summer bangers.
That's what I want to know.
For sure.
That's what I want to know. And when you guys work together, do you ever argue? Just out of interest.
I think everyone. I haven't had an argument I have not have a session with anyone where there's no arguments, especially
Really?
I think there's no productivity if you don't have two opinions,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I really think it's important to question things. A lot of people take things for face value, but the more you question things, the sooner you get to an evolved state, and this is a philosophy that I believe in when I work on something, and it's just about doing it in a healthy way as well, because sometimes things pile up, and talking throughout the process and refining your work is important, and questioning why you're doing things also.
I love that.
Definitely.
So we've got a summer banger.
Yeah.
We've got an
Couple of
album
them.
on the way.
Yeah.
And we're getting French, English, and Arabic.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
I'm all about fusion artists as well when you're infusing different languages and stuff. So I love
a bit
it.
of Spanish as well, So the Spanish is not from my side, but Jimmy's on the label with us. He's got a couple tracks, and we got features together. And we're gonna be doing the most,
Amazing. I can't wait to hear all of that. And you've actually got one more surprise. So you've revealed that a new album's coming, but you've also got a surprise for our listeners. You're going to be doing a freestyle for us soon, aren't you?
Yes. You're gonna be hearing freestyle today.
When you emailed me and said that when we were talking, I was like, yes, this is going to be the first AAAZT freestyle.
Well, yeah, I was looking at your channel and I was like, what? No one's done a freestyle.
No.
We need to, that Hot 97 vibe. We need to bring that here.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm so ready for it. But I'm going to let you get yourself together. I'm going to play one of the tracks I absolutely love by you, HASSANEIN, on AAAZT.
Tune into the culture. Tune in to Tribe Urban Radio.
You just heard HASSANEIN on AAAZT by Professor Z, and I'm so honored to announce that the first ever AAAZT freestyle is about to take place by Professor Z. I'm buzzing for this. I have no idea what he's going to do. This is just as much of a surprise to you guys as it is to me. Let me know when you're ready and we'll do this.
Yes, you know what it is. All right. Yeah. Shout out to Deana Hassaein, AAAZT. We live on Tribe Urban Radio. You're listening to Professor Z. Yeah. Yeah, شيل أني نبقى الماظة صاروخي دايما طازة. Free all the people that be stuck inside of Gaza. And man, I hope and pray that soon they end in the كفالة. انتفاضة حاجة تدق بالطفالة. And I said, Bun the Babylon, too many years of oppression. Bun the Babylon, too many brothers in the system. Yeah. Bun the Babylon, too many years of oppression. Hey. Bun the Babylon, too many brothers in the system. Yeah, man, I see too many brothers up in the system. They spending money on watches to make him glisten, but they never listen, all for the clout. They taking the catfishing route, yeah, we know you ain't about. And soon my album's coming out, figured it out, just how to sprout throughout the drought, yeah. Cause we're about, and if I'm trying to tell you how I'm feeling, it'd be so dark like the life that I was living back in Ealing, and that was not appealing. See, in a way I was the plug, but everybody knew that I was never dealing. Yeah, I was dealing on myself and on my own. Barely had anybody hitting up my phone, but now it's known that all I have left is just my throne. Yeah. عذبنا بالبلاد ونفس الشي هون، بس هون ما عندن شطافة حد السيفون. Yeah. Listen, yeah. ومن لبنان على لندن بحب اقول لكم شي. شكرا لدينا حسنين وتريبل AAZT. We repping up the scene, yeah. And it's your boy Professor Z, baby. Yes.
Hey, oh my god! I wasn't expecting the vocals to come in either.
To be honest, like that shout out Ramsey, that little hook there, we kind of wrote that together at the Black Lives Matter protest, but
I'm sorry.
I couldn't think of anything better to put in that freestyle, you know.
I don't even know how to collect my thoughts right now. That was insane, Professor Z. Honestly, you smashed it. And mashallah, you sound so great, like live.
Thank you.
You sound awesome. I'm so honored that you just did that on AAAZT. I'm actually buzzing.
It's mine, honestly.
I'm so glad we got that on camera as well.
Yes.
You two have been absolutely phenomenal. I'm so honored that you guys came down to the studio today. Transport's been crazy.
It has been. Crazy Sunday.
The way that you guys actually made it on time and everything, I honestly appreciate you guys so much. What can we do, or what can listeners do if they want to get in touch or see what you guys are doing? How can they follow you?
We got a next track coming out on this Friday, Mashakil. We're gonna maybe show you a little exclusive if you're down.
If you want, I've got it. If you want me to do it,
let's show them the little exclusive.
Amazing. And where can people find you on Instagram?
Instagram, Professor Z Official. And I got all my links in my bio. You can check out all the platforms, literally.
M3ZUS, what about you?
M3ZUS, so M3ZUS.
Thank you so much for honoring us with your presence.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Such a blessing.
And we love to collaborate as well. Like it's as we were saying, the whole theme is, you know, the collective, lone wolf, but we try to make a collective and the music, you know. So yeah, we hope you find our socials, you reach out, and make some music.
You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. I'm about to play a new track from Professor Z, an exclusive. This is out next Friday. Enjoy it. It's called Mashakil.
Tribe Urban Radio.